Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Jiunn Liu from the Box Press Studio and John McTavish from the Pastani Studio. How you guys doing?
Doing well,
Not bad.
man. The
Nice.
I'll tell you, it's been a little weird here because May and June literally flipped weather. So May was like, I wish I had central air, and my furnace has been on in June for the last week and a half, and I'm like, something is wrong here.
Yeah.
It's like 36 degrees outside, and it's supposed to be summer, and
Well,
then
you're
it,
getting close on an AC system.
yeah, just in time for the presumed warm weather. So we'll see.
Nice. All right. So today, let me share this
Good looking cigar.
picture here if I can track it down. Today, we're talking about the Casa 1910 Soldadera Edition Teniente Angela. Cigar is a Toro 6-inch by 52. Comes out of the Tabacalera La Isla factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper is Habano. Binder is double binder from Mexico and the Dominican Republic. Filler is from Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. Blended by Manolo Santiago. Price point is $18, and the cigar was released in February of 2023. So, with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
I thought it was overall just kind of average. It's one of those cigars that sometimes, well, for me anyways, you smoke a cigar, you're like, it's not just it's almost at the cusp of being there, but it's not there, right? So
Yeah.
for me, this had really long smoking time of like two some hours. There's a lot of these like dry tannins, those leathery black pepper minerals. So those flavors for me are really like hefty and very weighty. So smoking it for 2 hours or so of that has been it became a bit of a tax and a chore. Really felt like it was in like a lot of in need of like a like sweetness or just something to cut through all of that earthy kind of mineral aspect of things. Yeah, first my first introduction to this brand, it was a leave it experience.
All right, John, how about you?
I actually enjoyed this cigar. Although it was interesting because, sometimes June has gotten cigars where the first third's average and the second third is good. And I would say this is one of the rare moments where the first third was good, but it was kind of like just like a toe into good. It had some interesting flavors, a little green wood, graham cracker, mild chocolate, spices. I would say kind of medium in strength. But it was just, like I said, just a toe into good. And I was like, well, that's rough because if that's sort of how it starts out, I'm not confident about how the second third's going to go. But the second third actually stepped it up, so it was a lot more engaging, a lot more. At least I got like the sweetness thing that June was talking about that he didn't get. I did get that chocolate, baking spices, graham cracker, and it was a really consistent core component that sort of like, and it doesn't always have to change, but like it built that to start, and then it stayed that way, and I was like, this is good. And then the tannic component that June is kind of talking about, I got that in the last third. So it wasn't as good as the rest of the cigar. It was still pleasant, like it was, average. But some mossy vegetal tannins, cedar, and it was just kind of okay. I had a couple minor issues with the burn where I had to do a couple touch ups. Not the end of the world, and draw was perfect. So overall a good experience. I enjoyed this one, and like June said, the smoking time was just stupid. I got like 2 hours and 26 minutes out of it, which is just insane. What about
Slow
you?
burning.
Yeah.
Yeah, slow burning.
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with oak, earth, and a mild black pepper. Got some smokiness that joined in fairly quickly, and the oak gained a toast note. Some chalkiness joined in a bit later. Second third saw a sage note join in, which was interesting because I don't think I've gotten that in a cigar before. And then final third saw the toast become heavy, and the black pepper kind of departed from the profile. Construction was perfect for me, so no issues with that. So it's funny how you described it, John, because I had a similar experience. Because I thought it started pretty average, and then the second third kind of moved up a level as the sage note kind of brought everything together. So I kind of had that similar where it stepped up, but my first third wasn't far enough over the cusp to get it to be good. But the final third dropped down a level as the toast became pretty heavy. But I thought it was an interesting cigar because that sage note isn't something I've gotten before in a cigar. So I kind of enjoyed that flavor profile that was going on. Still not a cigar that really has me eager to come back to it. But I think it is my favorite cigar that they've made so far. And I think I've smoked through everything that they've produced now. So
I would
at least
echo that.
at least a plus on that side. So
Yep.
that was nice to see. All right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with Seth, who wasn't able to join us for videos tonight. He gave it a 7.17. John gave it a 6.62. I gave it a 6.1, and Jiunn gave it a 5.75. So, John, how that 6.62 match up for you?
Well, if I was channeling Seth, I'd be like, listen, man, I love the people in Mexico. I love their spirits. I love their cigars. It's what it is, man. No, my score matches. What was my score again?
6.62.
Yeah, that matches up. That matches up well. I think I echo what you say. I think this is one of my this is definitely my favorite Casa 1910 so far. It's definitely a standout offering. It's a curious profile and it's an interesting profile. We'll talk a little bit about the price in the recap, but yeah.
My 6.1 matches up well. It was an above average flavor profile, had that perfect construction, kind of gets into that 6.1 mark. Kind of where I have to make that decision if I want to smoke it again or not. And kind of what you said, we have to talk about the price point. It's probably something I would lean towards not coming back to. If that first third could be at the same level as that second third, that's a different
Yeah, I mean,
story.
no
But
question.
yeah, not for me. All right, Jiunn 5.75.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Average cigar that I don't care to smoke for 2 some hours.
Yeah. All right, so
Making
final
a good
thoughts.
cigar, two
Yeah.
hours, no problem.
There you
Yeah,
go.
Any day.
I mean, you have a really good point there. Like, if you're gonna be smoking for more than 2 hours, you really need an engaging profile. You can't
Yeah.
be
So
bored.
please make it quicker burning.
Yeah.
So I
Just
think
kidding. Just kidding.
there's sort of one minor issue which I just wanted to bring up because we don't talk about packaging a lot necessarily. I feel like they need to change the font on their secondary band. And I see that because I'm not old, I'm older now. So, I wear glasses. I actually had to hold the band up to my eye because the combination of the cursive font and the gold on the white makes it
Yeah.
really, really hard to read.
It's a really thin font. So especially
Yes.
when you have that gold on the white, it makes it tougher. I mean, when they had the orange bands with the gold and the
Right.
green bands with the gold, it's a little easier, but the font is still really thin, so it's hard to tell. But I think, if you thicken it up, then it makes it hard on the cursive to kind of
Right.
discern some of the letters. So yeah, I agree with you.
Kill the cursive font. Still stay with the gold, but kill the cursive. I mean, I'm not a marketing guy, but you I don't think your customers are going to be able to read it. So I would say kill
Yeah.
that cursive font, and then you'll be good. And I don't know if you can do anything about the price point. I just feel like $18 kind of puts it in a territory that makes it really tough, because it's kind of in no man's land between, where the market average is around 13.50 and the sort of premium market, which is in that 18 plus. And I feel like it's probably going to get lost a little bit in that premium category there. But
Yeah.
I wish them well. I mean, they're great people, and they've been working hard, and looking forward to more stuff from them.
Yeah, I would draw like an interesting comparison between them and Freud. Both brands that have higher priced cigars, but I will say that Casa 1910 has kind of positioned themselves as like a lifestyle brand,
Right.
kind of with a celebration of Mexico and that lifestyle and all that stuff. So at least there's a story there that you can like kind of correlate things with. On the other side with Freud doesn't really have that. Like they have an identity of somebody you know from history, but like there's no story between how that matches up with the cigars. So
yeah, I mean each of these cigars is tied into, some history about Mexico, and it's well done. It doesn't seem like exploitative or derivative, feels authentic, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So yeah.
All right, wherever you're catching this video, be sure to like and subscribe, but check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. You can follow us on all the social media channels and catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Teniente.